Dave Katz.
I'm Mikey Dobbs.
And I'm Carmen Butler.
And this is
the ATL On Fire podcast show. So, Dave, we're playing Toronto this weekend, March 4th at 7:30 p.m. at home again. What is your prediction?
I had, I think maybe we want to talk about, we didn't really talk about in the preseason. I think we missed a little bit talking about the whole league. Who do we like? Who do we don't like? Who do we think is going to finish where? I bring this up because to me, Toronto is absolutely reloaded. And they finished horribly. They were below us. I think they were in 14th or 15th. But I had them finishing second.
Yeah, okay, bold.
Now, being fair, they lost their opening game, but they had a player red carded, I believe. Maybe you could look that up. I think there was a player red carded.
So I saw the same thing from the Athletic. I was kind of shocked. I was like, oh, I thought next weekend's game would be kind of another San Jose type of competition. But yeah, everything that the Athletic on that conference was, I think they had them at first. Like it was like they were definitely up there in the top two in terms of who they were thinking were going to win that side of the conference.
Was there a red card in this game? Scroll down. You would say it up top there.
That's right. Maybe not. But there was a final. DC United scored 90 plus 8.
I don't know.
Go to the timeline.
I think I don't know. Who do you think's going to win the Supporter Shield, Dave? As you go.
So one of the things I'll say is that the East is way better than the West. The West looks really weak to me. That being said, I still think that LAFC is the class of the whole league, even with losing Gareth Bale.
What does the Union have to do to bring it across the line this year?
But I was going to say, the Union looks like the most solid pick for they've had great season after great season. They keep doing well. But to me, I worry the Union is now in the CONCACAF Champions League and they're trying to fight, of course, for the Leagues Cup and all this stuff. And I feel like they might get a little distracted. I think they're still probably going to win the East, but maybe not the Supporters Shield.
Oh, that's one thing I wanted to say. The Leagues Cup.
Yeah.
Apple TV's platform has me pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
I can picture just like zoning in to some games on that and just
it's going to be awesome.
Binging a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to binge a little bit on the Leagues Cup. I think I might
watch the whole dang thing.
Greg Garza, whatever, called a money grab. I'm in. I want to watch it.
Give me the money.
I already paid the money.
Right?
I'm going to watch.
Right?
So, yeah.
May as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I think that's going to be exciting. So if you maybe, Carmen, you'll call up the table again. So in the East, who do we like? Cincinnati, to me, Noonan looks like a terrific coach. They have really built that roster. They look for real. I think they could contend for the East title.
Yep.
Toronto in the East for sure. Philadelphia, those look like the class of the East, but the East looks solid top to bottom. I think Orlando, I hate to say it, those people think
Nashville?
of them as our
Nashville.
I think Nashville's certainly going to make the playoffs. I feel like they haven't really necessarily reloaded like you might have thought.
Cincinnati.
I think Columbus is going to have a big improvement. I really like their coach, the guy who came from Montreal.
You don't think Cincinnati's going to make a push?
No, I did. That's what I said.
Okay,
I said Cincinnati. So to me, I would have said, Philadelphia, Cincinnati are the class of the whole East.
I think you got to push the power button in on that computer. Look at that. Boom.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
I think New York City FC is due to a real setback. They lost the coach. They lost all the talent. They lost, everybody gone from that. Sean Johnson's gone from that. I just see them plummeting. Red Bull, middle of the pack. Miami, what do you think of Miami?
I think that we're going to be crying in a little bit.
Yeah, you think Miami's going to finish above us?
I do.
Oh no.
I
No,
do.
no, no.
Toronto is absolutely loaded. They got 2 Italian players. I mean, the guy Insigne for Toronto. I mean, as far as I know, he might still be captaining the Italian national team. I mean, he is a legit player. And he's not that old. He's like 30. Like
Yeah.
for MLS,
that's pretty young, yeah.
and then the other guy they got with him, and I cannot
That
pronounce
Messi guy
his
is like
name.
35, I think. So
So if you call up the Toronto roster, the other guy who's also Italian, like Federico Bernardeschi, right?
Ooh,
Those
well done.
2 guys could really play. I mean, really, really play. They got an extra midfielder. They got Sean Johnson in goal. I mean, they reloaded all over the field. And they still have Bradley as the coach, who, I mean, Bradley has his moments and not moments, but he's proven that he can
is
do well.
Michael Bradley still playing for them?
I think he's still on that roster.
I think he is. Yeah, I think
he's
they
there
mentioned
to,
that.
Yeah.
for veteran presence.
Yeah. But he'll be out there starting, I bet.
Probably. Did he start the first game?
There he is, Michael Bradley.
But that side, if you look up and down, it is loaded. Asaria, I mean, they just loaded. They just I heard maybe Insigne got a little bit of knock in the first game, though, so that's a minus if he's injured.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe if he's injured for our game this weekend, I don't want him injured a long time. But if he skips our game, that would be
predictions.
That'll work.
At home against Toronto, reloaded, a lot of talent. Do we win? Do we
I have
lose?
a prediction. If
Do
you
we
want
draw?
me to go first, I'm willing to. You want Carmen? You want to go?
Okay, I'm gonna go Toronto 2-1.
Losing at home.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Given what you just showed me there, I'm going to say we're going to lose.
I think it partially depends on whether Insigne is actually in the lineup or whether his knock prevents him from playing.
Okay.
He's that big an impact for that team.
Okay.
I mean, that guy is. I mean, he's a legit. I mean, he's still probably a top 20 striker in Europe. Kind of good. Like,
I'm kind of just going on gut at this point. From a lot of it is what I just saw from Atlanta United in the opener more than anything. And assuming Toronto is a team that a lot of people are predicting to be high on the table, I'm going to say we lose 3-1 at home.
wow. I thought I was going to be the least optimistic.
I was about to say I forgot my optimism. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go with a 2-2 tie again.
Okay.
Going with a draw.
All right.
Okay. So how are we going to get that? Where are we going to?
I think we can score. I mean, I think,
how though? Where were we? Where was the
Almada?
where was even like up until the 90th minute? Where was the build up even for Almada? Or wasn't there?
I mean, one thing you got. I mean, we have one more game without Sosa, which really hurts.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think if this team is going to be decent, the back three has to provide a little bit more of protection, and that allows Sosa to go hunting. And if that happens, then this team could really turn a corner. I mean, really, really, really could. But Sosa's not available. I would assume, God bless, that Giacomakis is going to be available. That's another guy.
What's the visa deal there?
Well, they said it was going to be coming through any day, and it didn't. So you got to assume.
Got to, but
I mean, you would hope.
Where's the holdup on the visa? Is it over in Greece somewhere? Where's the
it's
origin?
US. I mean, it's the US, but he has to apply as a Greek, apply for a work permit, basically.
But right, where's the? Just because, the US has to approve it.
Yes.
But where is the logistical holdup? I guess is what I'm asking. Is it sitting in a queue somewhere?
I have no idea.
Nobody has said
the US queue is so long that they can't review it and say yes, you're able to work here, or is it paper? I just don't get how all this.
I feel like all of it shouldn't even matter. I feel like Uncle Arthur should have paid somebody by this point to
Yeah.
have this person have a visa and be playing by
Yeah, aren't
now.
those guys who will get you like a passport in like 6 hours? Like,
Right?
you think?
Yeah.
You would
No,
think.
visa's not a passport, but
Just like someone to explain Tam and Gammon to me, I would love to know the passport or the visa drama here. Like, what are the little things that have to happen, right? Because we knew we knew we were going to sign this guy, right? It wasn't a secret. And then it took, for whatever, the negotiations finally happened. We finally signed him. So why the hell aren't all the ducks in a row to make it happen once we go, right? So to me,
I think you can't initiate it until you have that.
you can't,
right?
no,
Right,
you
you
can't,
can't,
right? So
right.
why is there not clear communication then to be like, hey, the issue, like, and maybe it's out there, maybe I haven't read the right article, that it's sitting with this group right here. We got it in the very first minute we could. It's sitting with this group, and now it needs to go to this group. And
I have to
here's the
say,
hold
this
up.
is the one
Where's
moment.
the hold up?
This is the one moment I have not been impressed with Lagerwey so far. I mean, he said that he was really angry that Celtic really held things up because that he knew was fighting into their visa issue. And I'm like, Celtic has a right to negotiate the price that they want to negotiate, right? It's up to us to start the bidding earlier,
Right.
right? That's not their problem,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I think, he threw it on them and he was like, they were just, and I think he felt at the end they were haggling over very small things and they could have been like, yes, and
Right.
we'll sort out the last bit of details, but that's not they don't have to do that for us.
Yeah.
They have no obligation to us. We have got to start things earlier. Now, you can't blame that on Lagerwey because he just got here. Right. So maybe you would say, all right, the thing that he does is we need to have a plan going right into the off season, right? The teams that are really good, like if you see Manchester City these previous years, like the season ends and 2 days later, we're announcing the signings.
Yeah.
You're like,
so
boom.
That's exactly what happened with Giacomakis. Is there was a punch list of a bunch of shit they were haggling on, and somebody didn't quickly go through it and say yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, and be like, that's our final offer. Take it or leave it. Either you get bullied by Celtic on stuff like that, or you just say, okay, we're gonna just move this along and pay the whatever to like deal with these concessions. Somebody dragged their feet on that 2-week period. I could tell that there was
Celtic was clearly dragging their feet, but that's not their like they have a right to do that.
Correct. So, but my point is somebody at Atlanta United needed to step up to the plate immediately with urgency and say, yes, no, yes, yes, no, just like they finally did.
I think they did that, but they were like, every time they did that, Celtic took a long time to turn it around and they were frustrated by that. And I'm like, okay, I'm frustrated by that too, but that's not their problem. You're the ones who started the transfer saga with, how, already the preseason underway, right?
That's my point. Is if you started late and you're going to get nicked away, then your next decision would be to get fine. It's more important to move fast and get suckered by them in their negotiations.
I think they did do that, but I think
just say check,
nothing they could do. They were
check.
just like, okay, let me think about your check for a little while.
That's my point. Shouldn't have thought about it. Should have just said
no. I mean, Celtic did.
Yeah.
So
okay.
You can only do so much on your side. Even if you turn it back to them, check in 5 hours, right? They can be like, okay, I see your checks.
Yeah.
Let me go down to the pub and have a Guinness.
Yep.
And I know it's Scotland, right? So they have what? It's not a Guinness.
Strongbow or something.
Strongbow, maybe, something like that. Anyway, but and then and then they're like, oh, sorry, I got carried away at the pub, and now I'm a little hungover, so I got to sort that out, and then I'll get back to you.
That's how I negotiate all contracts.
All right. So we got a 2-1 loss, 3-1 loss, and a tie.
We have some optimism. Elliot says Atlanta's winning 2-1.
2-1. I like it.
Yeah.
But you should reply. What did Elliot call for the first game?
Oh, I don't know what Elliot.
Right.
He probably couldn't hear us.
Yeah, Elliot might be.
If you're out there, text message us with what you thought was going to be the score of the first.
Even
game.
if you have to go back to your honest self,
Yeah, you got to be honest.
Got to be honest.
Right.
Be honest.
Now Tyson agreed with me with the 1-2 loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Toronto's going to be angry, from that for opening loss. And if they have the full team, we could get
Oh, what did you think of St. Louis's
Honestly-
last minute win against Austin FC?
amazing. But what I was going to say is if we give up the kind of counters that we gave up to San Jose and Insignia's in the game, he's going to score a hat trick.
Yeah.